The map of where business gets done, it's really changing, isn't it?
It really is.
For decades, if you wanted to operate in Asia Pacific, you had to be in one of the big ones, Bangkok, Tokyo, Shanghai. That was the rule.
The capital mega city.
But today, access and infrastructure are, well, they're democratizing where business can happen. So I want you to shift your focus for a minute. Forget the glittering high-rises of the capital.
Okay.
Instead, imagine an emerging regional hub, a place that's getting this colossal government investment, attracting foreign capital, and then suddenly, bam,
Yeah.
it gets a major international standard business infrastructure upgrade.
It's a strategic move.
A huge one, designed not just to capitalize on growth, but to actually enable it. Okay, let's unpack this.
Now, we've got an exceptional stack of sources today detailing exactly this kind of maneuver in Thailand. This deep dive is all about the strategic expansion of Regus. They're a leading global workspace provider, part of IWG, as they plant a major flag in a high-growth zone far outside the capital.
We're talking about the Eastern Economic Corridor, the EEC.
Exactly.
So our mission for this deep dive is pretty clear. We're going to extract the strategic thinking here. Why locate these premium services outside the capital?
The why is crucial.
Then we'll analyze the partnership, which is this complex three-way deal. And those often define success or failure in these markets.
Absolutely.
And finally, we have to understand what the staggering, immediate demand for these new facilities tells us about the future of business setup for professionals like you, who might be on these long-term assignments in Asia Pacific.
It's really the perfect blueprint. It shows how global, flexible workspace providers are acting as catalysts for foreign investment in these secondary markets.
So let's start where all good strategy begins, location. Why Sriracha in Chonburi province? This is a very deliberate move away from Bangkok's center of gravity. It's the fundamental appeal.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, Sriracha wasn't just picked off a map. It's the undisputed key entry point into the Eastern Economic Corridor. This move is explicitly designed to support that massive influx of foreign investment and the specialized business development that the Thai government is pushing for in the EEC.
Okay, let's pause there for a second. For our listeners who might not be familiar, we need to define the EEC. This isn't just some generic industrial park, right?
Not at all, no. The EEC is this huge government-driven initiative. Think of it as a massive economic zone.
Right.
And it offers significant tax breaks, simplified regulations, and just immense infrastructure investment. It's all targeted at attracting high-tech manufacturing, logistics, aviation companies.
So when Regus moves in here, they're positioning themselves exactly where the future industrial and logistical wealth is. Well, it's pretty much guaranteed to be.
It's a calculated bet on a sure thing.
Which raises an interesting point about risk, doesn't it? Flexible workspace, it sort of acts as a low-risk pilot program for these big multinational corporations.
How so?
Well, instead of committing, tens of millions to building a factory or an office tower, they can just move a project team into a premium, ready-to-go office. They're essentially beta testing the market.
That's spot on. It removes the biggest barrier to entry for these foreign firms.
The commitment risk.
The commitment risk and the time lag. The months and years it takes to establish a physical presence. Flexible workspace is that enabling layer.
I see.
And the sourcing highlights a few crucial physical advantages. The facility is deliberately situated for connectivity. It's right off the motorway, but critically, it's near the Lam Shabang port.
Which is a vital hub for regional trade.
Vital, and it's also near the Sriracha industrial zone.
So this is really about cutting logistical fat. It's minimizing time spent on the motorway, maximizing the efficiency of teams who need to be close to the port, close to the manufacturing centers.
Exactly.
I mean, anyone who has sat in Bangkok's rush hour knows the true cost of access isn't just rent.
Oh, yeah.
It's hours of your life.
Yeah.
This move is designed to reclaim that lost time.
Precisely. This positioning establishes it as an attractive hub. That's the term they use. And it's for businesses operating specifically within the supply chain and manufacturing ecosystem of the EEC.
So they're not just selling a remote office.
No, they're offering an integral part of the regional operation itself.
Okay, let's talk about the partnership model. Because this is often the secret sauce for entering these complex regional markets. This isn't a solo venture. It's a three-way collaboration.
That's where the nuance really is. You have the global brand, Regus, which is part of IWG, but they're teaming up with two absolutely essential local players.
Who are they?
Synergy Spaces, or SNS, which is a member of the Saha Group, and J Park Sriracha Nihon Mura.
The Saha Group.
Mhm.
That name might not ring a bell globally, but locally, it's critical. What's the scale of that partner?
For context, the Saha Group is one of Thailand's largest conglomerates. I mean, they are huge.
Okay.
They have vast holdings in everything from consumer goods and retail to industrial development real estate. So this partnership with SNS, it's not just a simple real estate deal.
It's a deep relationship.
A deep relationship with a major local economic power. SNS provides the real estate connections, the political navigation, and that extensive local network that you just can't buy.
That makes the model incredibly robust.
Right?
So Regus brings the globally standardized product, the booking platform, all of that.
Right. The trusted brand.
And SNS brings the scale, the trust, and the local execution power. They're making sure the product meets international expectations, well, deeply understanding the local context.
And Synergy Spaces itself has said it's committed to fostering business growth across Thailand. They want to do it through high-quality office networks and strategic alliances like this one. They're an ambitious partner.
So the location is set, the partners are in place, but what are they actually selling? If you're a regional VP or an entrepreneur moving your team here for an extended assignment, maybe 6 months, maybe 2 years, what does premium actually look like?
The sources give us some really clear metrics on the scale and, more importantly, the specialization of the space. The new Riga space is 555 square meters. It offers 120 workstations in total. But the mix is what signals the premium shift.
So it's not just rows of hot desks.
Exactly. Not at all. It includes dedicated private offices, and these are specifically designed to cater to smaller corporate groups. Think teams of 2 to 8 people.
Which is ideal for those specialist project teams. Or maybe a small foreign firm that needs a secure, dedicated HQ, but without signing a 5-year lease.
That's the core market.
And what about the stability, the familiarity you need for long-term productivity? When you're dealing with a multi-month assignment, that service standard becomes non-negotiable.
Absolutely. The goal, they say, is to cater to business professionals seeking internationally standardized serviced office facilities.
What does that mean in practice?
It means reliable, international-grade IT. It means security, consistent maintenance, all the elements that a smaller local provider might struggle to deliver consistently.
I see.
You also get the common areas, a dedicated business lounge for networking, and fully equipped meeting rooms.
But historically, these secondary industrial markets, they can struggle with that consistency long-term. If I'm a multinational, why should I trust a facility in Sriracha over a guaranteed polished high-rise in Bangkok, even with the traffic penalty?
That's where the strength of the IWG brand and the local power of the Saha Group really converge.
Sure.
IWG's global reputation, with its, 4,000 locations, that guarantees the operational standard is replicable, it's trustworthy. They are essentially exporting their reliable system directly into a high-demand zone.
Minimizing the risk of inconsistency.
Right, and that raises a crucial question for you, the professional who might be scouting these extended stay solutions in APAC. How does knowing that standard is maintained across an entire global network influence your decision to deploy a team somewhere like Sriracha?
That stability and familiarity are absolutely critical. But there's another fascinating layer here, the cultural integration. The facility is situated in the J Park Sriracha Nihon Mira's Phase 2 Newtown Zone.
Yeah, the J Park partnership is brilliant. It's highly targeted.
Why is that?
Because Sriracha has a historically significant and very large population of Japanese expats and Japanese-owned manufacturing businesses.
All right.
It's all because of the supply chain focus of the corridor.
So this is a very specific localization effort. This isn't just generic.
It is. The collaboration aims to enhance the working environment by integrating an authentic Japanese ambiance with convenient lifestyle amenities right there.
So it's an explicit acknowledgement of who their target demographic is.
Exactly. It's not just about providing a desk and Wi-Fi. It's about providing a culturally comfortable, familiar environment that supports expat retention and success during what could be a multi-year assignment.
That's localization at a really strategic level. It recognizes that for today's mobile professional, success is driven by blending that high-quality office infrastructure with integrated high-quality living.
Yeah, if you're an international company, the quality of life you offer your senior staff, that directly impacts your project's success rate. By integrating the workspace into a community that already caters to that demographic, they just significantly enhance the entire value proposition.
Okay, let's move to the most compelling part of this story.
Yeah.
The market validation. Because the numbers show this wasn't just a good idea, it was immediately affirmed. This is not a slow build.
No, the demand is explosive, and this is even before the official launch date of March 1st, 2025.
So what are the numbers?
The figures are pretty staggering. Pre-launch occupancy has already hit a strong 30% for 2025.
30% pre-launch. That's incredible.
It is. And projections indicate a rapid, sharp climb to an 80% occupancy rate by 2026.
What's that 30% figure really tell us about the EEC market?
Well, what's fascinating here is that this strong demand, it just underscores the urgent, unmet need for these flexible, premium workspace solutions in the corridor.
The market was underserved.
Massively underserved. 30% pre-launch tells us that businesses were actively delaying local operations or maybe struggling with inadequate facilities while they waited for exactly this type of standardized, high-quality offering.
And traditional real estate just can't mobilize that fast.
No way.
It also tells us that the modern corporate team is prioritizing flexibility above all else. They aren't waiting for traditional long-term leases that take months of negotiation.
Yeah.
They want robust, ready-to-go infrastructure that can scale up or down based on their project timelines. That's exactly what solutions designed for extended stays provide.
Exactly. And just to anchor this move in the broader context, you have to look at IWG's massive global footprint.
Right.
I mean, they're a global leader. They have 4,000 locations across 1,200 cities in over 120 countries. Their decision to prioritize Sriracha is a statement. They see the EEC as just as critical as many established Tier 1 cities in their network.
That fundamentally validates the concept that high-quality, flexible workspaces are now an expected piece of infrastructure, not a luxury add-on that comes later once a market matures.
Yeah.
It's a prerequisite.
It's an enabling component, and their confidence in the Thai market isn't stopping at the EEC.
Right. Their partner, Synergy Spaces, is showing confidence in both the new hubs and the capital. The sorting mentions future growth, right?
It does. They're opening a different IWG brand spaces at Kingbridge Tower in Bangkok's Rama III area, and that's scheduled for April 2025.
So a dual investment strategy.
It's key. They're simultaneously addressing that infrastructure-driven demand in emerging industrial hubs like Sriracha, while also modernizing and expanding their offerings in the traditional core city of Bangkok.
They're capturing all sides of the modern professional's workflow.
That's the plan.
So let's zoom back out. Let's summarize what this blueprint means for professionals looking at expansion or maybe relocation within these emerging Asian corridors. What are the essential takeaways here? To me, the success of this model seems to hinge on three things. First, strategic location, leveraging that targeted government investment like the EEC. Second, strong, trusted local partnerships. I mean, that collaboration with SNS and J-Park is everything.
So it's critical.
And third, delivering an internationally standardized product that professionals on extended assignments can actually rely on for long-term operations.
And I'd say the Sriracha case study shows this direct, strong correlation between rapidly developing industrial corridors and the immediate need for sophisticated, ready-to-use business infrastructure.
Yeah.
It proves that flexible serviced offices are not a luxury that follows foreign direct investment anymore. They are now a prerequisite for it to successfully take root.
So that leads to a final thought.
And this raises a highly provocative question for you to mull over as you navigate this professional landscape in APAC.
Yeah.
If Sriracha is the blueprint, and it's succeeding by integrating culture and lifestyle, like that Japanese ambiance, into the professional environment, does this mean that every major developing corridor in Asia, from Vietnam's Binh Duong province to India's Ahmedabad, will now demand this high-quality, culturally integrated, flexible infrastructure before the traditional long-term leases even begin to surface?
Something to think about the next time you're scouting your next professional base in a rapidly changing market. Until the next deep dive, we'll see you soon.